this screw right here that we are going to mess with, this is your throttle stop screw. And I don't know if you know or not, but we don't need this with the fun that we want to have. This is useless. I don't know why it was there in the first place. Nobody wants to stop the throttle. Nobody wants to stop the funness half throttle. So before you do any pump adjustments, I would just take this out. There's no need for it. You can just back it out to right there, or get it completely out of your way and back it all the way out, which is what I'm going to do. It can be, I don't know, staying on it can be kind of a pain with everything that's in the way, but if you take your top hat or the whole top of the pump off to do the governor spring, while it's off, just take this off. Yeah. We don't need this. I really don't understand it. But we're gonna take this off, and the way I usually set up my pumps is that I keep it to where basically the fuel screw controls the idle. I usually have the idle screw all the way out, and I even usually have, I don't know if you can see it, here's the idle screw back here. And if you see this part right here, I usually have this ground off like halfway too, so this can sit farther back and rest up completely against this piece, because the lower I can get the idle, usually the farther I can turn the screw. But on my last truck, my stock screw was still like 2.5 turns away from bottoming it out, and it was still running away. So it definitely was not a factory non-intercooled pump, factory intercooled pump, because intercooled trucks usually do not run away. Normally, they usually do not run away. So yeah, but the non-intercooled pumps do run away. Sometimes you can't hardly even, you can get about a turn out of them and then they run away. So it just depends. But this truck will run away probably after a couple turns. But eventually the plan is to take it off and get it benched, and because we would like to make good power. But yeah, this is just a short little clip telling you to take out your throttle stop screw, because there's no fun in that. Alright guys, you're a little behind, but we just went full send, and we're, I don't know, kind of got a different plan, and we ripped the fenders off already and put them back here in the little front support thing. Everybody's on YouTube today. We're starting to take out the core support and get that out. I need to drain. I'm gonna get this petcock loose up right over in there for the radiator and drain all the antifreeze out, and we're gonna get this front clip all taken off and get down to the fan, and I'll probably start on the KDP doing that stuff. But yeah, we've got a different plan kind of put together, and we're gonna try and get this thing all ripped apart and keep on moving with it. Really the only thing that we're gonna be waiting on for paint and all that stuff is I'm gonna order or get the compressor and a new air compressor and all that stuff. And I had a guy come over and look at the holes that needed welded today, and he thinks he can do it pretty easy. So once we get that stuff done, then we can start. I saw one of you guys mentioned talking about go ahead and get it in epoxy primer and then start doing the body work. So that's the plan, and we'll get that rolling once we get those holes welded. But as for now, we're going to start tearing this thing apart, because the end goal here is we're going to get this all apart. The engine's going to come out anyway. We'll pull engine and trans and get it all cleaned up, looking good, and the parts we want in it, we're going to put in it, and we're going to make this thing go, hopefully. So we're going to put you on time lapse and get after it. Alright guys, and after all that time lapse, here is where we're at. I went ahead and, as you saw, I did take the fan off. All that holds it on are these 4 bolts that bolt to the block, but in order to do the killer dowel pin, that has to come off. So I went ahead and took that off because I do plan on doing that. But we got a whole driveway full of parts here. We're just trying to hack away at this and kind of get some stuff done. Like I said, killer dowel pin, we're going to clean all this up, and then the engine's going to need pulled out along with the transmission because we're going to paint all this stuff with, I don't know, the paint scheme we're going with. And yeah, we got a lot of cleaning to do. Probably tomorrow I'll roll this out and degrease it because I thought I had this thing pretty clean, but there's literally a wasp nest that's huge right there. So I've got a lot of cleaning to do, but we're going to take some stuff off the engine and I'm going to zip tie up some of the wires and label them and all that. But we got all the cooling system taken apart. I don't know if you saw, but whenever we took off that bottom coolant hose, the spring came flying out. Now, I don't know what it is. First thing that comes to mind is part of the thermostat, but could be wrong. I don't know why that would be in there. I've never messed with a non-intercooled truck. And their thermostat, or this up here, is set up different. It's not like my old truck, so I'm not real sure what's going on there, but we're gonna have to figure it out little by little. We drained all the, well, there goes my impact. Drained the coolant and we took the trans lines off, but nothing came out of them, but the transmission is still full of fluid, so that'll end up having to be drained before I do anything with it. But yeah, I just want to show you where we're at. And I don't know, this escalated pretty quickly, so I'm gonna keep messing around with a few things probably. All right, and we are going to have a little last minute update. Sam may be pulling in, come check out the progress. I hope you guys can see with the light and everything. We got our old compressor, or AC compressor, here on the ground. I got that all off because it was not working. I kind of would like to have AC in this truck to technically have a full working, everything working street truck, or street truck VE street truck. That's nothing impressive, I guess, but we got the whole wiring harness out. I disconnected everything. I'm gonna go through and start marking what everything is. Since I don't know, I've touched enough of these wires that I know what every single one go to, so I technically don't need it to label them, but I'm going to anyway. I need to clean up for sure, but definitely looking good. We've made a lot of progress. I'm gonna do a KDP video, killer dowel pin video, but you guys can see here. Look at how dirty this is. The very first step for all that is cleaning it. So we're gonna get this whole thing cleaned really well, and then we are gonna keep on rolling. Okay, so as I was saying before Sam got here, we got this thing down to where I'm happy and gonna probably call it good for the night, but I don't know if this light's in your way or not, or kind of pointing in a bad direction, but this is going to be the stopping point. Like I said, we got the harness all the way out. I'm going to end up stripping the components off, so the alternator and probably the tensioner and stuff like that, and get this thing as clean as I possibly can, and get all this clean, because I mean it's all really dirty. So it needs a really good clean job. Probably borrow the engine hoist and lift this thing up out of here and get it on the stand. And we'll have a lot of room to work with, clean everything even better, wire wheel everything, paint it good, and then we'll get the block out. And we're gonna treat the block with care. We're gonna make it all nice and shiny. Gonna clean the head really well. We're not gonna paint the head. It won't last. Well, as soon as that thing heats up, it's gonna bake all that stuff off. So, but we're gonna be pretty picky and get this thing clean and get it looking good. And we're gonna do a full KDP video, because there's people that have asked me about that before. That's nothing. That's a video I have not filmed. So we'll do a KDP video. I'll act like as if the truck is assembled. Obviously for me, it's gonna be much easier. But I will treat it as if the truck's assembled and what you would normally take off, which obviously I've already taken off the fan hub, which would be one of the things to take off. But yeah, so we're gonna make a Harbor Freight run tomorrow and see. I'm gonna get some stuff for painting this thing, so some probably new air compressor, and a paint gun, and stuff like that. Hopefully the audio is not messed up from my hand being over there. But it's coming along. It looks odd like this, but progress, that's what it's about. My leveling kit and stuff will be here this week, so we'll have some stuff to do the truck. Make sure you guys stay tuned. This, obviously, we're gonna be rocking and rolling now. So now that you guys see where we're at and how serious we're about to take this, please share these videos. We're gonna have some good content to help out you first gen guys. That's what this is all about. It's not so much about building a truck that looks cool and maybe goes kind of fast and just something that people like, but more about informing you guys and helping you guys do your projects at home and get stuff done. So if you have any questions whatsoever, anytime of the day, any day of the week, shoot me a message on social media, or anything. Just, I will help you out. I try and respond to as many messages as I can, and more than likely I get them all answered. So if you need any sort of help with first gen, that's why I made this channel. I want to help you guys, and I want to learn from you guys. You guys have taught me a lot, and I appreciate all of it. So please do subscribe, hit those post notifications, share the channel, let your buddies know, say, hey, we got it. Just, I don't know, turn it on at home and say that's one of the channels you watch or something. But we're going to be rocking and rolling with this thing. We're going to get the engine out. We're going to make it look all pretty. And we're going to see if we can't get this 12 valve to make some power. With that being said, the trans is going to come out too. And yeah, it'll be time to get that all prepped. And we'll probably get rid of this 727, and we'll get this 47 mocked up. Get all the parts made so Logan can work his magic. So that's all it's going to be for this one. Until next time, we'll be right here on the Old School Crew for another killer video. Get it? Killer. Next video, killer dowel pin. Yeah, just kidding. So next time, we will see you guys. Take it easy and have a good weekend.